Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back. This is DB Crypto, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about how Binance has chosen to add the stop limit order functionality to their exchange. I'm going to break down what a stop limit order is. I'm going to talk about how a stop limit is actually different to a stop loss. That's a term that's thrown around quite a lot in cryptocurrency. And I'm also going to talk about how you can use a stop limit to your advantage as a trader, whether that be on Binance or on another exchange like Bittrex that has a similar functionality. I believe on Bittrex it's called a conditional order, but it's all the same stuff. So first of all, this functionality was added to Binance 3 days ago, as you can see here. Quick little note that I wanted to make before we start talking about this is that you can only place a maximum of 2 stop limit orders on any one or on any single trading pair at any point in time. So if you're trying to place a bunch of stop limit orders for whatever reason, it doesn't really affect me, or it won't really affect your average trader. But if you are and you can't place more than 2, that's why they've put a restriction there that you can only put 2 on at a single time for a single trading pair. Cool. So to explain, well, before we get into what a stop limit order is, I want to talk about the traditional orders that we have on most exchanges. On pretty much any crypto exchange that you're going to see, except for decentralized ones like Ether Delta, you're going to see a limit order and a market order. So first of all, your most basic order that you can place is a market order. If we look at this on the buy side, if you want to buy, we're looking at this pair, for example, now, YB to BTC. If you want to purchase the YB token at a market price through a market order, you can specify the amount that you want to buy. And what will happen is when you click on the buy button, you will purchase the YB token at the best available market price. What that means is if you're buying, you will purchase, for example, here at 65.99 sats. That's the best or the lowest price that anybody is currently willing to sell at. That's a market price or a market order. On the other hand, if you're trying to sell and you want to sell at the market price to a market order to sell, you will be able to sell here at the best or the highest buy price of 65.72 sats. So that's how the market order is the most basic order that you can place. And the difference between these two prices here is also called the spread or the percentage spread. Anyway, then you move on to a bit of a more complex order, which is called the limit order. In this order type, you have the price box and the quantity or the amount. As you can see, you can specify the price that you want to buy at. So for example, I could put in that I want to purchase the YB token at 6,000 sats, specify the amount that I want to purchase, and then my order will go onto the book. If I did place this, for example, my order would go onto the book down at 6,000 sats. If the price falls down to 6,000, my order will execute. Now, in the same token, if I wanted to sell the YB token, I could specify my price at, say, 7,000 instead, place that order, and then if the price comes up, the market price comes up and reaches 7,000, my order will be executed. So all these orders that you can see here sitting on the book, these are all limit orders that are currently waiting to be filled. So that leads us on to the stop limit order. The best way, I think, to understand the stop limit order is to break it down into the 2 different aspects there, or the 2 different components, the stop and the limit. So the first part, the stop price, basically that is a price that you set. When the market price reaches your stop, your limit order will be placed. So it's basically a more complex limit order. So to say that, sort of, I guess to put that in different words to make it a bit easier to digest, what that means is that once your stop price has been reached, your limit order will be placed, and then it will just function like a normal limit order. If the market price reaches your limit order, it'll be filled. So it's quite similar, but it allows you to achieve some more complex orders on the book. So let's go through a bit of an example just to make it all make sense, reinforce it a little bit. If I wanted to sell YB through a stop limit order, I could set my stop price at, let's say, 7,000 sats. So I'll go 0.000 7,000. I'll put in my limit at, say, 7,500. So what this means is that if the price comes up and reaches 7,000 sats, reaches my stop price, my limit order of 7,500, too many zeros there, my limit order of oh no, it's not enough there. Anyway, my limit order of 7,500 sats will be placed, and then that will function as a normal limit order. On the other hand, if I wanted to do a buy, same thing, I could put in a stop at, say, let's go 6,000 instead. And I'll put my limit buy at, let's say, 5,900. Cool, so what that means is if the price comes down to 6,000, reaches the 6,000 mark, my limit order will be placed for a buy at 5,900, and then I can just specify the amount that I want to buy. So let's do a little test. I'll just put 1 YB in here, for example. Click on sell. If the last price rises to or above 7,000 sats, an order to sell 1 YB at a price of 7,500 will be placed. So it's exactly what I've said. It's actually quite simple once you look at the different components and you understand the difference between a limit order and a stop limit. You understand what the stop price is. It's actually quite simple to understand. So that's how the stop limit order works. Now, there's not too much to explain now. I want to quickly glaze over the difference between a stop loss and a stop limit. Okay, stop loss is talked about a lot in cryptocurrency, like I said. A stop limit we've just gone over. A stop loss basically means that if your stop price is reached, let's say I'm putting a stop loss, so that would mean that I would say, let's put my stop at 6,000 sats, right? So that means if the price falls down to 6,000 and I've got a stop loss on, once the price reaches my stop, it's going to automatically sell at the market price or at the best available market price on the market. So that's it's different because you don't have the limit. So once the stop is reached, in a stop loss, it automatically sells straight away, and in a stop limit, your limit order is placed on the book. So it's a little bit different, but the difference is important. Anyway, so the benefits of a limit order is primarily that you don't need to sit and watch the order book and be ready to make a sell, make a buy. You can purchase, for example, let's say you bought YB token at 9,000 sats or somewhere around there at the high. It's a new ICO. It's just hit Binance Exchange. It's volatile, or just any token, any volatile token. You can purchase it. You can put in a stop limit order. So if the price does start to fall, you can sell part or all of your position as the price falls. You can go to sleep if any negative news comes out or something. You don't have to go to bed stressing about the fact that you could wake up with 20% of your position or something like that, or even worse, if the price tanks. So that's the main benefit of it. You can buy something, set a stop limit, and then forget about it. You can mitigate your loss straight away. Say worst case scenario, if the price falls to this amount, I'm going to sell, and I'll walk away with only losing 5 or 10% rather than 80% or something. So that's the big benefit of stop limit order. It's very, very useful, and I recommend that you do use stop limit orders if you can when you're trading. That's it for the video. Nothing else to go over. Stop limit orders are fairly straightforward. If you have any questions, of course, let me know and I'll try and clarify in the comments section. But like I said, that's it for the video. So thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.